The first thing to understand is that there's no one thing called meditation. Many different traditions, both religious and secular, teach meditative or contemplative practices, and their goals are very different. Even if to an observer from the outside they appear to be the same, what's happening on the inside, in the mind, may be very different. Even within Buddhism, different forms and lineages of the faith teach meditation in different ways, though all of them are rooted in the original practices the Buddha taught to his earliest students. The Buddha encouraged his students to develop two mental qualities. The first is shamatha, which in Korean is jishik. This is commonly translated into English as tranquility, but also as calmness or peace. This refers to practices that help the person to gain more control of their mind, to concentrate and maintain their focus. Many specific techniques for meditating can help develop this skill, such as focusing on the physical sensation of the breath moving in and out of the body, or on thoughts of compassion and friendliness toward other living beings. Regular practice of this sort can lead to chittaikagrata, one-pointedness of mind, a capacity to maintain sharp mental focus like balancing a needle on its point, which allows the practitioner to keep their mind from straying into impure and destructive thoughts. The second is vipassana, which in Korean is kwan. This is commonly translated into English as insight, but also as discernment or clarity. This refers to practices that help the person to gain a more accurate understanding of what it really means to live a human life, how to navigate the world, and in particular to understand the three signs of existence taught by the Buddha, that all composite things are subject to decay, that stress and anguish are unavoidable parts of life, and that there is no fixed or permanent aspect of our existence. If tranquility and insight are the two goals of meditation, what is the relationship between them? Some Buddhist traditions teach that the mental focus of shamatha must be developed first before instruction in vipassana begins. Just as a tool needs to be sharpened before it can safely and effectively be used for work, the mind needs to be sharpened before it is capable of cutting through our delusions and exposing the true nature of life in the world. In the core teachings about meditation, however, the Buddha portrays these two skills as being developed alongside one another, like the left and right foot in walking, or the left and right wings of a bird in flight, parallel paths for mental cultivation. The usual state of the mind is agitation, always moving, in turmoil, keeping our ignorance and delusions churned up so much that we aren't even aware of them. We are never at peace and incapable of clearly seeing reality. As we practice shamatha, we develop the ability to calm the waters of the mind, to make the surface peaceful, to allow the grit and debris of our delusions and ignorance to settle out like sand. As we practice vipassana, we develop an ability to see more clearly, to see our lives more accurately, to see the world around us more honestly, and to see our own nature more deeply. The words attributed to the Buddha in the Vijjabhagya Sutta of the Anguttara Nikaya make the value of developing these two qualities clear. These two mental states are conducive to correct knowledge. Which two? Peace and clarity. By developing peace, what purpose is served? Mind is purified. By purifying mind, what purpose is served? Craving is abandoned. By developing clarity, what purpose is served? Wisdom is developed. By developing wisdom, what purpose is served? Ignorance is abandoned. Defiled by craving, the mind is not released from agitation, and defiled by ignorance, wisdom is not developed. Thus, abandoning craving through peace, there is liberation of the mental fluctuations, and abandoning ignorance through clarity, there is liberation by wisdom.